Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name remains Rukewe and thank you guys for watching Cinderella. On today's video, we're making this 3-in-1 bubu dress. It's a rushed bubu dress and a waist-belted bubu dress, and you can wear it freestyle just like this. So guys, before we start today's tutorial, I'll be making a pattern for this bubu dress. Yes guys, we'll be using patterns for this bubu dress, and you will find out how I made this, how I did this beautiful sleeve on the elbow. Yeah, the sleeve started from the elbow, so your armhole is at the elbow side. So guys, come along and let's begin. Oh, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to all our subscribers we want to say thank you and a big thumbs up. This clap is for you. Let's begin guys. Okay, before we begin, let's talk about some fabrics that you can use to make this dress. You can use Ankara. It's nice using Ankara, it's beautiful using Ankara, but for that draping effect that we need, you need light fabric. So you can use silk or chiffon fabrics to make this dress. So guys, I will show you how I am going to cut the fabric, but first of all, we'll do the pattern for this bubu dress. You know I love doing patterns for almost all my bubu dresses. And before I go, this bubu dress is very easy and it's something you can do and sell as a fashion designer and those into ready-to-wear business. So let's go down to our pattern. Okay guys, let's work on our pattern. I'm using 58 inches as the length of my pattern paper. I added to the pattern paper. Let's insert our measurement. Since we are doing this for front and back, we want to cut the front and the back. I'll show you the difference when cutting it. You come here and take your tape. Once you take your tape, you come in and mark your 3 inches 8 inches line. Then you take your tape, and this is 24. We'll be adding more to it. The length of our, you know, when you fold your 16 inches together to give you 30, so the length of our sleeve is 30, but let's just use this 24 that we have for the pattern paper. Then after you've gotten this, come here and mark 9 inches. Remember guys, the pattern that this pattern we are using is 24, so when you want to cut yours, remember to do that. Since our pattern is 24 and we are supposed to come in by 9 inches, you remove 6 from 9, which will give you 3. So here you come in by 3 inches, but on your fabric you come in by 9 inches. So I'm just coming in by 3 inches here. Then you give it a notch. This part is for this is where our sleeve will be. So you give it a notch. Then you come down to your hem line and come in by 14 inches. So you take your ruler and run a straight line from this notch that we have here, this 30 inches on your fabric, down to the 14 inches, down to the hem line. So you just take your ruler, and run a straight line to the 14 inches that we took in for our hem line. So okay, so this is it. As you can see, the line down to the hem line that I drew. So you can see down to the hem line. So let's cut. Take your scissors and cut it out. Then you take your ruler, your tape, and measure at 2 inches for the back. I always like using 2 inches for my back. So you take your ruler and take out 2 inches. This is for the back. After you've cut it out and you've cut out the fabric, you cut out the back, you can now cut out your front. To use the same pattern to cut out your front and back, then I'll show you what to do for your neckline. So take your scissors. So this is it, guys. This is the pattern. Can you see? This is it. Okay, forget about this line that you see here. I just drew it because we are doing this bubu as a 3-way bubu. You wear it 3 style. There are 3 ways you can wear this bubu. So you can wear it either tying the belt, because I'm adding belt. This is the belt. Then we are adding rushes here. So in the front, we're adding rushes to the front. So this is the second way, and you can wear it freestyle. This bubu is a 3-in-1 bubu. So let's cut our back. When cutting your back, you don't need to do anything extra while cutting your back. It's just the same way we cut our front. But remember to notch the relevant lines, like the line for your sleeve and the M line for your dress. So let's cut out our fabric. Okay, remember the extra 6 inches that we kept. So when you take your tape now, you now have, mine was not up to 6, so we'll just leave it as 9 inches. Or you can still go ahead and take it in and make another line for us to have the accurate 9 inches. I rather do this way for it to be accurate. So everything is now 9 inches. And remember to notch. So you come to the paper, give it a notch. Then this one is no longer relevant, it's now irrelevant. Let's cut. So because we use our paper and it ends here, and we just gave it that normal 40 inches, you take your ruler. If you have a long ruler like mine, if you don't, you use your chalk to do what I'm doing. So I took my ruler and I took it in. So you do it exactly this way, what I'm doing now. So, or you take your chalk and you draw a straight line down to this part. So I'm using my ruler and I'm cutting it out this way. Remember, chiffon fabric, guys, is very tricky, very trickish. Okay, don't forget, when cutting your back pattern, don't cut it cut on fold. Don't open it. Cut on fold. It's only our front that we are opening, so let's cut out the front pattern. We are using the back to cut out the front. When cutting out the front, remember to open it, because this is where we are doing our rushed and everything that we are going to do to the dress. So just cut it out. Okay, for the front, we'll come down by 9 inches. Depends on you. You can use your shoulder and come down by 9 inches. I like using my shoulder. Then you come in from that 9 inches, come in by 1 inches. Then you draw a straight line across and take your ruler and give it a curve. Or you make it longer if you want it to be longer. Wait to say. So it's your choice. It all depends on your preferences, what you like and what you don't like. You come to your shoulder and come down by 15.5 inches. The reason for doing this is for us to have the place where we'll be putting our bed, for us to insert our bed. When you come down by 15.5 inches, you take your tape and come in by 9 inches. This 9 inches is for our beds that we'll be adding to the dress. So take your scissors and cut this out. This is for our front neckline. Then come this way. You can either take your pin and pin it like so for front and back. So turn it. Here you see the pin. This place you see the pin. You mark the shock line. So this is going to show you, it's going to reflect in the front and the back. So take it out. Then let's join. Take it to your sewing machine and join. Give it a notch this way, half an inch. So this notch now, when you are sewing, you come in and sew this. You can either use your bias, or after interlocking it, you just fold it and give it a top stitch here. But I'm going to turn mine with the bias. I took it to the sewing machine, then I used bias to turn it. I used black bias to turn it. After turning it, then you come to this place, and after you've turned it this way, you come to this place and fold it into two and run a stitch across. So you fold it and run a stitch across. I finished stitching it. This is the front side. Remember, this is the front side. So you place it on a straight table. Take the one side of your front, then you take the other side of your front, side facing front side. Take your pin and pin the upper part. Then pin this end together. Remember, we came in by 9 inches on both sides, so we are going to use the belt that you cut out, insert it on this part of the dress and do it on both sides. For the belt, I cut 2 pieces out, then I'll fold it this way and run a stitch across down to the end and do the same thing for the both sides. When I'm done, I will attach it. I'll show you how I attach it to the dress, then to our sewing machine and join it. This is the 9 inches. Then take your belt, the belt that you sew, you pin it. The reason why I'm using 15.5 inches, the one we took from the shoulder down, is because when making for ready to wear or so to say kind of dresses, bubu dresses, you do it so that everybody can wear it. Slim, be it plus size, everybody will be able to wear that bubu dress. So that was why I did it that way. So you come in and you use, I took 9 inches. You can either take 9 inches or you take 8 inches, but I took 9 inches. I want to take 1 inches back because I did not put allowance for the sewing, so I want to take 1 inches, bring it forward. So you take your tape. Since I did not put any sewing allowance for the front part, I'm just taking it backward, forward. So I took my tape and I bring it by 1 inches instead of that. Then I move it forward, the one that I pin, and move it forward and pin it. So that it's new 8 inches line that I gave is what we are going to use now to sew it. But if you give, when cutting out your front piece and you give extra 1 inch allowance, you can easily use 9 inches. But if you are not putting any extra, use your 8 inches. So let me take this down to my sewing machine and stitch it on both sides. Then we'll take the fabric and hem the down part of the front. We have to hem it first before we join the center front. So you go to your machine and hem it. So I decided to say this before I join mine. I'm done stitching it. I'm done joining the front together. So take it. This is it, right? After joining it, can you see it? After joining it, this is what I have. This is the front. So this is how it's going to be in the front. Let's do the blanket, the cover for the rope that we are doing. So you take this after joining it now. So you take this, fold it and run a stitch across from the beginning down to the hem line. So you just take it like this and run a stitch, just fold. Let it be wide enough for the rope to be able to pass across. Then I will show you how you do the rope. Okay, I'm done with this. I've stitched it. I've run my stitch and done the placket and everything for the rope that we are passing through the dress. So sometimes it's quite difficult for you to stitch your rope when you want to do it. Instead of doing it this way and running a stitch across all the way down, you can take it this way. Can you see what I'm doing? Then take the other part and fold it this way. You see it? When you fold it this way, you take it to your sewing machine and run a stitch across all the way down. So you just fold it into two. like this, then close it. So you don't need to stitch then go and look for your office pin or whatever you have, whatever you use to turn the cloth. This takes time and I want it easy, so I'm just doing it this way. Or you can do the other method. I just decided to show you how I do my rope. I'm done with the joining the neckline. I'm done joining the neckline. So you go to your, then when you get to that place that you gave a notch, this is the place that we notched. You stop stitch, you stop your stitch, then you close it. Can you see what I did here? I took it, fold it over, and I'm done with the sleeve part. So take both sides, front side facing the back, then take it to your sewing machine and run a stitch across down to the hem line. You do it like this, these two parts. So this is now our sleeve opening. Can you see it? This is now our sleeve opening. When I'm done, I'll show you how it looks. Okay guys, I'm done making the dress. Isn't it beautiful? I forgot guys to add the part where I attached the rope to this video. I'm so sorry, but I've attached the rope to the video. When doing yours, attach it from one end to the other so that it will not show under the dress. So you just attach it, yes, from that. So the both line in the front of the dress, you will see the rope on the dress. So guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.